Hello and welcome to my Yugioh card shop. How may I help you today? You're looking for some cards. Okay, do you know what type of cards you're looking for? Some spellcasters, monsters, traps, what type? You're looking for some monster cards. Okay, do you know what type of monsters you're looking for? Warriors, Pyro, Divine Beast, Plant, Thunder, Aqua, Winged Beast, Beast, Spellcasters. Do you know what type? You're looking for some spellcasters? Okay, I have some spellcasters you probably interested in. One's a warrior, but you might like him because of what he does. Okay, now let me show you. The first one is Breaker's a magical warrior. His effect: when you normal summon him, you place one spell counter on him, and that's the max. He gains 300 attack for each spell counter he has. You can remove one spell counter and destroy one spell or trap card your opponent has on the field. He's a pretty good card. Breaker the Magical Warrior. I'm going to sell him for $2. Are you interested? You are? Okay, so let me put him over here, and I have another one to show you. And this guy's name is Chaos Sorcerer. He's a spellcaster, and his effect is he cannot be normal summoned. He can only be special summoned by banishing one light and one dark monster. And his effect is once per turn you can banish your opponent's monster, but he cannot attack the turn that he banishes the monster. So basically you gotta figure out, do you want to banish your opponent's monster or do you want to attack them? But it's a pretty good card. He has 2300 attack, so it's pretty good, but you gotta banish a light and a dark monster. So this is Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Sorcerer. I'm going to sell him for $4. I mean, because, he's holographic and he has a pretty good effect, but in order to summon him, it kind of sucks. So, $4. Do you want him too? Okay, I'll put him on the side, because you want him. Okay, the next card I have is... Let's see. The next card I have is Skilled Dark Magician. Skilled Dark Magician. His effect is... Each time a spell counter is activated, place one spell counter on this card. When this spell card resolves, you contribute this card with 3 spell counters on its special summon one dark magician from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So, yeah, this card is a pretty good card. When it has 3 spell counters on it, you could attribute it to special summon dark magician. This card is a good card too, because he only needs 3 spell counters, and he has 1900 attack, which is a lot of attack. So he can stay on the field for a while. But I'll sell him for you for $2. So this is Skilled Dark Magician. Skilled Dark Magician. Skilled Dark Magician. Do you want him for $2? Okay, I'll put him on the side. The next card I have, he's not a spellcaster, he's a warrior, but he has a pretty good effect. So let me read you his effect. This card's name is Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, and he's a holographic card. He's pretty good. He's a level 8 monster card, but he cannot be normal summoned. He can only be special summoned when you banish a light and a dark monster, and you can only use one of these effects based on what monster you you can use one of these effects once per turn. The first effect is whenever you could banish your opponent's monster once per turn, but he cannot attack that turn, just like Chaos Sorcerer. The other effect is whenever you attack an opponent's monster and destroy him, you can make a second attack that turn. So either you can banish your opponent's monster or attack your opponent twice, but so I'm selling this card for $6 because he's a pretty good card. I like his effects, and his attack is 3,000, his defense is 2,500. So Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Do you want him? Yes? Okay, I'll put him on the side. The next card I have is Yugioh's special card that he uses throughout the series. I think you know who he is. If you don't, I don't think you know Yu-Gi-Oh that much. Dark Magician. He has no effect. He's a normal monster card. There are effect type monsters and normal monsters. He's a normal monster card, and he's a level 8 monster card, which means you gotta tribute 2 monsters to summon him. But he has a good attack and defense. His attack is 2500 and his defense is 2100. So Dark Magician. Dark Magician, and this is not an original Dark Magician because there's other copies, but this one's a pretty good copy, and I have like tons of copies of these cards. I think I have like 4 or 5, but yeah, I'll sell them for $4. You'll take them? Okay. And now I have another card that you might like. This card is a pretty good spellcaster type monster card, and his effect, you could surprise your opponent. This card is named Old Vindictive Magician. He's a weak card, a level 2 monster card, but his effect is pretty good, but it's a flip effect, which means you have to place the card face down, and then when your opponent attacks you, you flip him. His effect is whenever this card is flip, target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. So say for example your opponent has a weak level 4 star monster and a strong level 8 type monster, level 8 star monster. You can, when your opponent attacks him, you can flip this card and destroy his level 8 star, which will give you a good advantage over any opponent when used correctly. So Old Vindictive Magician. to sell him for $1 because I have so many copies of this card. So, do you want it? Okay, I'll put it on a pile. Okay, and last but not least is this card. Dark Magician of Chaos. Dark Magician of Chaos. I think this is the blue ritual type monster. I'm not sure. But Dark Magician of Chaos is a pretty good card. I think he's a level 8 monster as well. Yep, a level 8 monster. And he has a pretty cool effect. It says, when this card is no more a special summon, you can target one spell card in your graveyard. And then add that target to your hand. Banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card. If this face-up card will be destroyed, will leave the field, banish it instead. So this card is kind of risky. I mean, he's not kind of risky, but he's a good card. But the bad thing is, whenever he's destroyed, he's banished. He's not put into the graveyard, so you will need some type of spell or trap card to bring him back from getting banished and put him in the graveyard instead. But whenever he battles a monster and destroys it by battle, they get banished. They don't get put in the graveyard. And plus, you could get a spell card from your graveyard added to your hand, which is pretty good. So, Dark Magician of Chaos. I'm going to sell him for $10 because that's a pretty good effect and he's a pretty good card. So, would you like to buy him? Yes? Okay. I will give you a sale on all of these cards for $25. How does that sound? Good? Okay. Well, here's your cards. And I hope you come back soon, because I have more other cards to show you. Thank you for stopping by.